Let me tell you the single biggest myth about confidence: it's genetic. It's not. It is an engineered skill set. If you have ever felt inadequate, felt the weight of self-doubt crush a good idea, or stayed quiet when you should have spoken up, this is the blueprint you need. For too long, we've confused confidence with arrogance. That ends today. True confidence, the kind that changes careers and relationships, is simply self-trust. It is the internal certainty that no matter the crisis, you possess the capacity to figure it out. It is resilience, not perfection. We're going deep. This isn't a list of vague platitudes. This is a strategic methodology broken into three critical phases: rewiring your psychology, mastering your physical presence, and optimizing your environment. We have 12 strategies designed for maximum impact. Let's start with phase 1: how we master the space between our own two ears. 1. Stop comparing your chapter 3 to someone else's final edit. You're constantly measuring your raw process against another person's highly curated result. That is a game you will always lose. It's a systemic flaw in modern life. The solution is a social audit. Systematically remove or mute any source that triggers the feeling of inadequacy. Confidence is local, not global. Focus on the only valid metric: your personal rate of improvement. 2. Turn your inner critic into a strategic advisor. Your inner critic is just an overzealous security guard, not an objective truth teller. Its only job is to generate resistance. When it says you can't, you must immediately implement the yet principle. You don't say "I can't do this," you say "I have not mastered this yet." That single word shifts your mind from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, which is the engine of confidence. 3. View failure as data, not destiny. The most powerful people are the ones who failed the most because they collected the most data. Insecurity forces you to avoid mistakes. Confidence gives you the permission to seek them out. After a setback, never ask "why me?" That is victim language. Instead, ask, what is the mechanism of this failure, and what is the next iteration I must deploy? That perspective is what differentiates the confident from the doubtful. 4. Define your unshakable core values. Confidence that relies on external validation, a paycheck, a title, applause, is inherently fragile. True power comes from knowing who you are, what you stand for, and what you will not tolerate. This is your internal operating system. Write down your top 3 values. When you make a decision that aligns with those values, your inner confidence is reinforced, regardless of the outcome or external opinion. 5. Use your physiology to hack your psychology. This is a biohack. Your body doesn't just reflect your emotional state, it dictates it. When you adopt a low-power pose, hunching, crossing your arms, you trigger a chemical response that increases cortisol, the stress hormone. The opposite is true. Stand tall, shoulders back, chin slightly up. Before any major event, execute a power pose for 2 minutes. This simple, physical act is a direct intervention into your hormonal state. 6. Radical self-care is not a luxury, it's a requirement. You cannot function at a high level when you are chronically underslept, poorly nourished, and overstressed. Low energy and low confidence are intertwined. By consistently neglecting your physical needs, you are subconsciously signaling to yourself, "I am not worth the investment." Start with one non-negotiable health habit this week, like a consistent bedtime. Honor that promise. That is a daily act of self-respect. 7. Engage in enclothed cognition. This isn't about expensive clothing, it's about intention. When you dress with purpose, your clothes influence your psychological processes. When you put on an item that makes you feel competent or authoritative, your brain immediately shifts into that state. Use your attire as an internal tool. Ask yourself, does this outfit prepare me for the successful outcome I desire? If the answer is no, change it. 8. Build confidence on the bedrock of competence. Fragile confidence is loud and desperate for approval. Genuine confidence is quiet and earned. It is rooted in knowing that you have put in the hours and mastered a skill. This is your anchor. Dedicate 30 minutes a day, every day, to deliberate practice on a skill that matters to you. That daily commitment is the tangible proof your brain needs to silence self-doubt. 9. Use the power pause to eliminate hedging language. Filler words, like, and hedging language, "I just think, maybe we could," are vocal tics that immediately undermine your authority. They signal uncertainty. Instead of filling space with noise, embrace the power pause. Stop speaking, take a breath. A slight moment of silence makes you sound controlled, thoughtful, and confident in your next statement. 10. Stack small wins to create confidence momentum. We tend to overlook the minor victories and only track the major failures. This disturbs your self-perception. You must create evidence of your own effectiveness. Start a done list every day. Write down 3 things you completed successfully, no matter how minor. This consistent, tangible record of success creates momentum and proves to your subconscious that you are a reliable agent of change. 11. The most confident people say no freely. Saying yes out of obligation is an act of self-betrayal. It tells your mind that others' priorities matter more than your own. Confidence requires boundaries. Practice a clean, non-apologetic no this week to one non-essential request. Use a simple framework: thank you for the opportunity, but my current priorities do not allow for it. Your self-respect will climb instantly. 12. Seek out deliberate exposure to discomfort. Fear is an emotion, but avoidance is a habit. The more you avoid something, the more power it gains. Confidence is forged outside the comfort zone. Identify the one task you've been procrastinating or avoiding, that phone call, that presentation, that difficult conversation. Commit to spending just 5 minutes on it tomorrow. That first step shatters the inertia and is the single fastest way to boost your feeling of competence. These 12 strategies are not just tips, they form a comprehensive system for developing authentic confidence. It's built on consistency, not one grand transformation. Your confidence is a direct reflection of the promises you keep to yourself. Master these practices and you will fundamentally change your relationship with self-doubt. Now, the execution plan: do not try all 12 at once. I challenge you to select one of these 12 strategies, the one that hit you hardest, and commit to practicing it every single day for the next week. Which one will it be? Tell me in the comments below. If this video gave you the systematic blueprint you needed, hit the like button and subscribe for more research-backed strategies on mindset and success. Thank you for investing this time in your confidence. I'll see you in the next analysis.